was made for all the artists that are coming from this township to showcase their talent because they didn't have a space to showcase. They used to go to the city, and then the city is more expensive transport-wise. Also, the facilities that they use sometimes get damaged if it's raining because we are using public transport. So for here, this gallery, also this house used to be the houses that were built during apartheid. As you see this line here, it's also dividing two houses. Remember, apartheid people used to share houses.
Okay.
That's why now you find when you try to ask the people that are living in this street who is the owner of the house, you find more than two owners because people used to share beds here. But lucky for this one, they decided to combine it and make it one, and also give it back for community. But all the artists that you see here, they always tell a story about their background, about their township. If I may start with this one to try to save time. Over here, this is a guy using a wood. Actually, this wood is telling story. I started here. It's showing us how the African lady used to look like. We used to play our own instrument. This one in our own Xhosa language, we call it uadi. Also, until the education comes in, as you see here, there's an education that is present. When the education comes in, things started to be changing. They start to introduce the likes of instrument that is a European instrument. Also, they introduce a lot of churches. Remember, the ladies used to look like this, and wear and show shoulders. But now they said the woman must wear longer dresses. In African way, that's not our way to wear. We always show shoulders or anything because we believe Paul's used to breed. Also, we used to own farms, but we no longer have land. The land that is used now is rather building soccer fields, and the only land that we have is a small land like this one, where we can build sheds. The sheds like this, as you see, that one also is just an example of it with a woodwork houses. Those people are still waiting for the houses. But when you come here, you find a guy that went abroad. Lucky this one go abroad because he saw that the art is not selling well in South Africa because most of the people in South Africa, they are artists. So the market here is not the same when you compare to other markets. So this guy decided to go overseas. But when you go overseas, you learn something that here we don't have. Something that when you are overseas, is so that the art is not about what you heard, it's about what you see. Using your knowledge, you come introduce us with this type of dancing. And just look around. So this is where I can accept an artist. This is the position. When I was here, it was not like this before. This used to be a studio, art gallery. People used to come here and do their own art. And then when I was selling coffee in the street, I managed to have this second-hand machine, which I bring coffee to the township. But people in the township were asking me, what do you expect people to buy your coffee because we don't know cappuccinos, your latte, espresso. I said, guys, when I grew up here, I used to see people drinking black coffee. The black coffee that they used to drink is instant coffee. So now I'm bringing beans, which is there is a coffee in my menu which is called Americano. So I can introduce you also to change the mentality of you that thinking that such of business exists only in the city. So I'm bringing it here to you. I'm saving money for you to go to the city. Also, I noticed when I was working in the hotel, a lot of our people,
real question, how much is one coffee?
Actually, it's 40 rand, only 40.
40?
40 rand, yes.
Oh, 40 rand.
Yes, 40.
Let's get one.
Okay.
Let's make it, baby.
What kind of coffee? Cappuccino, latte, espresso?
Espresso.
Oh, espresso.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
Yes.
Back in America, I drink something called quad shot. So that's 4 espressos.
Okay.
We're crazy.
Now, because here, kwasha, it's a currency of Zambia. The money they call it kwasha.
All right.
So that is why they call us township. I was just explaining that all us township because they removed us to the township. For me, in my own understanding, township means a ship that never made it to town.
Oh,
So
wow.
that is why we are those sheep. Maybe you're asking yourself, how do people in the township feel when they see people coming from, thank you,
No problem.
from overseas? For me, I would say we are happy because firstly, you are changing the mentality.
Yeah.
Also, you are breaking the system that was designed
Yeah.
for the township. So when you come here, it's like you bring the town for those sheep who never made it. Remember, township is a sheep that never made it to town.
Wow.
So, I like the way that when you come here and you see tourists, I said first thing that township people look, they don't want tourists. We want to see visitors,
Yeah.
friends,
Yeah.
people that are engaging with us.
Yeah.
Also, we are
Yeah.
engaging.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Actually, it means a lot what you did today. You also play a role that you're supporting the economy of this township.
Yes.
Because since you buy this coffee,
Yes.
you're also making me afford to call someone that is needing assist here.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people that are not working in South Africa.
Yes.
So I always believe that the more the businesses in township get supported, is the more of our people working.
Yes, yes.
No more going to the city and occupy a space there, making more population. But if we're working here, the money is moving around. It's where also we transfer skill. Today, I have students that I'm training.
Okay.
I'm training them for free because I don't want what I went through. They went the same.
Yes.
After I passed at school, I didn't have a skill.
Yes,
when,
yes, yes.
Now I have to go to tertiary to learn a skill. Now, what I'm trying to say, I want to give them a skill while they're still at school.
Yes.
So when they go out, even if they don't want to be in the hospitality industry, but they must have that skill.
They have something to go fall back
so,
on, just in case.
Yeah. So.
Thank you, brother.
Yes.
We needed that.
Indeed.
Yes.
Let me not waste your time. I know there's a
No.
lot of places that you have to go to, but for me, I'm always happy to see visitors.
Yes.
For me, this is not a job. This is what I love. Even the companies that I used to work for, even during COVID, now after COVID, they always call me, "Do you still want a job?"
Yeah.
But now, because I've tested to do what I love,
Yeah.
and in my own way,
Yeah.
so I said, okay, no, only I can come when they have special, for instance, events.
Right.
I can go
And help.
to there.
Yeah.
Because the reason why they call me, since I used to work for them, I used to take their company like my
Yeah.
company.
Yeah.
Because I want to learn.
Yeah.
Sometimes that is why at the hospitality hotel, I was going around. Sometimes being a barista, sometimes I go to the kitchen, be
Okay.
a pastry chef.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go to reception and take people that are bookings. So it's where I was learning myself even to learn how the money is operating, how to speak with people. I used to be a shy person when I was
Yeah.
still at school. But
I
since
understand.
I'm in this business, it's where I learned that, you know what, I will take this as a presentation in school.
Yeah.
When I speak with people, don't trend. Speak something that is inside you.
Yes.
You will go wrong.
Yes.
Because the moment you try to make a formula, you will say something that doesn't correspond. But if you say something that is coming from deep, is where I realize. So let me say thank you again. I'm happy.
Thank you, brother.
For me, you look like local. So for me, and one thing that community.
So real quick, this is a garden for
Yes,
the community.
For the community, no one
Beautiful.
is owning it.
Okay.
The community realized during COVID, because we started in 2019, they realized that, you know what, when people lost jobs during COVID, they won't have access for food.
Yeah.
Also, we noticed that a lot of people now are getting sick of eating food that they're buying to the shops, even all over the world, because the food that you buy in the shelf is the food that is modified by chemicals. So you want to bring it back for people to eat straight from the garden. So remember, when I make an example to try to make you understand, remember our old people used to live more than 100 years.
Yeah.
They were not exercising.
Yeah.
They were just eating healthy food. They were working around. But us, we're going to the gym, we're eating healthy, what we call healthy,
Yeah.
but we still die young.
Yeah.
It show you that that's not how we train ourselves or the food that we're eating. It shows that the food that we're eating is wrongly because we are buying in the shop. For instance, you go to the shop, you want to buy a pumpkin. I'm making an example. It's winter. They will give you a pumpkin that is a summer pumpkin. We always believe that every plant grows to its own season. There's no way that you can find a pumpkin that is a winter pumpkin in summer.
You're right.
So they always sell as others.
Can we walk a little
Yes,
closer?
we can. Yes, we can. Because it was for us, I would say, it was negative and positive. Negative, we lost jobs. We didn't lose anyone that died, because that is why I said in COVID, that is why in the township they said if COVID was for real, in the township we should be the most people that die.
Yeah.
Why? Because if you look at the regulations that you must follow to avoid COVID. In the township we share houses to many of people in one house. We also, during the COVID time, there was masks that were selling for the people. But those masks were expensive for the people. I remember others, when they chase away from the shop, they used to borrow masks to someone. While you're wearing your mask, you're borrowing someone your mask. You are sharing the mask.
Wow.
So it's when we now, after COVID passed, we realize, COVID, if it was it. But one thing that it make us be grateful for it, because we lost jobs. After we lost jobs is where we start our own businesses. I used to work at a hotel until COVID. Now I have my own coffee shop because I was scared to start my business because I don't have financial support.
Yeah.
I used to sell coffee at robots, what you guys call traffic lights.
Okay.
Because I notice everyone when it's going to work is on a rush, is going to the car and drive. But the only time that when he went inside the working place, they start to want coffee.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, if I can catch them in the traffic lights, that would be made, there would be herbal tea. There's a guy that is doing herbal tea here.
Okay.
But now they notice that the rain in Capetown is raining too much. That is why now you see they are starting over. Because what was here, the rain damaged it. Because this year we experienced a lot of rain. Capetown is not cold, it's raining too much.
One thing I want to say real quick.
Yes.
I feel like God forced you to be successful, because you know what happens with us.
Yes.
We get jobs and we get comfortable,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Because think about it, you probably would have never started the business, right?
I was.
No, like, right?
I was always scared.
Yeah, because it's the fear of the unknown.
Yes.
If you don't have the information, right? But once you got the information, the first thing when he brought me over, I noticed you sitting there.
Yes. Yes.
Think about that. You are sitting in front of your establishment.
oh,
My
man.
God. Come on, my brother. This impressive, my brother.
So it's whereby that is why they gave us a name, Township. If I have to explain in my own understanding, remember they remove us